The only challenge that I see MySpace had is being able to find new friends, because people could just kind of name themselves whatever they want. A lot of times people would just name themselves their first name, or they might name themselves something goofy. So it could be a challenge, like if you go onto the service and you have a bunch of friends on MySpace, but you might be able to use the search function and you still might not find any of them. And then another thing we looked at, which we thought had a really cool feature, was Google Talk. And that's actually in some ways where the notating feature came to the WoW Friends list, was in Google Talk. Once I've added you, I can go in and just assign an alias to you. So that way, if you have some goofy Gmail or something like that, you by your like Google Talk, So we decided to introduce the concept of BattleNet Real ID. How you know them. And the examples over there are like Facebook and Twitter, which are two of the most popular services, across the world. They're just eating up market share, and I think a lot of that is because in real life, we don't know each other as Gandalf or as Zeratul. We know each other as Rob Pardo or Greg Canessa. So if that's how people want to know each other, that's how people are going to communicate, why don't we introduce that to the service itself? So one of the things this is going to allow you to do is be able to talk to friends across game and across realm. So if you're real life friends with somebody, it doesn't matter what realm they're on or do is games across characters. So at that point, I think there's probably a lot of people in the audience, and myself, that I invest all this time on one character. Life ID, you're actually going to be able to just see an achievement score for your entire account. And then you don't feel kind of that pressure of staying on the same character because you already did all those achievements. And this one, I see the value of this today, but I really, really believe that this might even be the most important point. Imagine this. Imagine that, a lot of games you play, World of Warcraft, add all those friends, kind of like you might do in something like Facebook. Now the thing about Blizzard is, we don't always release a lot of games like every year. So something might happen where you come and play Starcraft, play the game, go and play some other games, which, by the way, is fine with me. It's okay if you want to play games that aren't Blizzard for a while, because I know you're coming back. But, imagine like a year later or something, you come back and play Diablo 3. Well, what's going to happen is all your kind of makes a little more sense. So this might look once you actually have, some real life friends added to it. So your real life friends would be at the top, and you still have all the same systems you have today, but you kind of have this additional kind of more powerful functionality. So you can see, like, this is an IM chat that I'm having with Greg. What's he talking about there? Oh, he wants to run heroics. So, and this is a good example of how it kind of crosses games, where, we can be in Star 2 and we can kind of be talking about running something within World of Warcraft.